Hello everyone. In this video, what I want to demonstrate is the importance of the proximal contacts on the adjacent teeth or on the adjacent restorations around an implant crown, or for that matter, any restoration that you make. Why are the contacts so important? This case is going to be able to demonstrate that. As you can see, this was a case where I scanned this patient for a screw retained implant crown on tooth number 19. And my protocol is when I scan the patient, I keep the patient in the chair, take my case all the way to get a proposal before I dismiss the patient in a situation where I am planning not to deliver the crown the same day. But I will still take it to design just to see what my design's looking like. And as you can see in this case, I've got a decent design, but what's happening over here is because of the way this contact on the distal of the premolar looks, as you can see, it's a very pinpoint contact on that gold onlay. The distal extension is giving a huge undercut in here. And when I design my restoration, even though I have a decent contact here, but this crown is not gonna seat when I bring the patient back after manufacturing it and gluing it to the titanium base because of that big undercut we have in this area. That distal extension is gonna prevent the restoration to seat. So what I need, if I have to work with the distal contact, the present distal contact of this premolar, I'm gonna have to make a lot of adjustment into that undercut, and then I'm gonna end up with a very pinpoint contact, maybe even an open contact for one. And the other issue that we run into is we're gonna have a big open embrasure here, which could be the cause of food lodgement. So this is a good time to go ahead and fix that. The patient is still in the chair. We've recognized that the contact is a problem. So what I do is I go back in there and with a red stripe diamond burr, I go ahead and fix my contact on the distal of the premolar. I remove that distal extension, make it nice and flat. Ensure that there is not an undercut, but it's a straight parallel contact compared to the mesial contact of that distal molar. And now if you see, once I've done this, now I've got a great contact. I've got a solid contact which is not going to lead to an open contact. The restoration is going to sit just fine. There is no undercuts in here, and I'm not going to have any issues with seating this screw retained crown at the time of delivery. But going back to our initial proposal, if I had left it the way I had scanned earlier, then I was dealing with this undercut. Now let's say if I wanted to make the adjustment in the design phase, most likely I'm going to have to go ahead and make that adjustment right here. I'm going to have to take away that undercut majorly down so I'm able to seat that restoration. But in the process, I end up with a very pinpoint contact right there. Okay. And then this could be possibly the cause of the restoration not seating, or I mean, you can see there's still some undercuts if I look from the top here, so I'm going to have to make some adjustment here as well with this particular distal contact of the premolar that I'm dealing with. I'm still having to make adjustments here. And now you can see we have a huge open embrasure for food lodgement and a very pinpoint contact where the patient's going to complain of food lodging all the time. So what we learn over here is before you release the patient, or even before you scan, check the contacts of the adjacent teeth, and if these contacts the proximal contacts have undercuts, or it has faulty restorations, or a bunch of plaque or tartar sitting in there, do whatever is in your power to make those contacts parallel, like I did over here, and then life's going to be easy for you to design the restoration and seat it. So I hope this video helps you in recognizing the importance of proximal contacts for implant crowns and for all restorations likewise. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.